yourself, wouldn't you? But I mean,
Oh,
it's
you're
quite
hungry.
nice to a family of four.
Some toast, you little bastard.
Yeah.
You know where the flour and the water is.
Get out there, start milling. Start kneading that dough.
Gentlemen, we are live.
In the flesh, via the magic / demonology of the internet. We are here. Yeah. Great. The Scotland France game got
I was going to
cancelled
go
tomorrow.
to uni for demonology, but I switched majors halfway through. Ended up spending 5 years there.
What were you studying previously other than before demonology?
No, I started with demonology, and then I decided to get a bachelor's in you're not going to get a good job after you graduate. And yeah, that's the degree I currently have.
It's weird. They offered me that course for free as well, Evan. So
yeah, it's funny how they do that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I think
a bachelor's in who gives a shit. Yeah, that's a common one. It's very popular.
Liam's degree course could have been in anti-McWomble conspiracy.
Oh no, I've already passed that.
You've got a master's in that, Ed. He's on the way through. He's on the way to his doctorate in that.
Yeah. You could say he's writing. He teaches 101 in that. Yeah. In his off time, he does it for free.
It's a movement. It's getting bigger every year.
That's where the value comes in. You don't need to be paid for that.
The revolution begins now.
Yeah.
Talking about Ponzi schemes, there's the global anti-McWomble conspiracy that Liam is in charge of, allegedly.
Actually, you know what?
One person at a time.
You know what's even better, and I'm just a big fan of them. South Park's new episode special that comes out on the 10th is called South Park Vaccination Special, and they spout South Park with a Q instead of a K.
They're gonna be putting a lot into that episode.
Let's just say I saw a preview for the episode, and they made vaccination lines like a bouncer in a club, and then here comes a family going, "Can we get the vaccine?" They're like, "Get in line." And then here comes this old lady, and they let her cut in the club, like, open that special gate for you, and she puts her middle fingers up and goes, "79 bitches."
They haven't slowed down at all.
Nope, it's great. It's great.
Hartman's definitely going to be an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah,
jeez.
And on that cheery note, we are Pixel Pints. We are a group of people from around the world, the only global gaming podcast. That was his intro. I don't know where Evan is on the screen, but that was his intro. I don't know why I'm abusing his intro. We're the only podcast that talks about two things that we enjoy, which is good beer and video games. So we're not here to promote drinking. Please drink responsibly, even though the sad news that the Scotland France game tomorrow has been postponed, which might as well be cancelled.
Scotland should get 5 points, in my opinion.
Well, they might still get a 28-0 victory if they can't find another slot in the calendar. I'm personally devastated by that because it was a very good chance for Scotland to win in Paris for the first time since 1999. Anyway, Enough about that. How is everyone? We'll go around the room. Mitch, how's things at stupid o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I can't say stupid o'clock in the morning because that used to be 3 a.m. This is 5, so it's like less stupid o'clock.
Silly o'clock in the morning.
I like that. Yeah, so it's better. It's better. Another day in the neighborhood.
Yeah, all right. Just gearing up to go back into school. So yeah, all good, really.
I can just feel the enthusiasm for that beaming off you. Liam, how's things with you?
Yeah, going good. I've been playing a lot of games, which is a big change for me.
And well done for continuing to ruin my existence. And Evan, you look different. You've kind of trimmed your beard, your hair's slightly floppier, and you've got a
giant
massive headset on your head.
Yeah. I'm gonna every now and then I might forego pleasantries to wedge something in the conversation that might not necessarily be I might be able to talk about on the episode proper, but the ball's on. Where are you, McWomble? Where is he? Mitch,
Upper
can you
right
help me
corner.
out?
Upper right corner.
This
Nope, the other corner. There you go.
the ball's on this man.
Nope. Up.
That's
There you
Liam.
go.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, you were pointing
The
at Liam.
Well, I mean, he's got
Oh,
beautiful
no.
balls as well, but the ball's on this man.
Sorry, just to interrupt.
That's all right. I love
if
it.
you
That's
know-
all right.
I said
you know what-
corner, and you aimed straight up.
Sorry.
So,
Sorry.
you know when Liam got his job as head of the Anti-McWomble Society.
I remember that
Do
day
they have
very
to do it? Do they have to do it like the papal walk, where all the cardinals line up underneath, and the Pope has to walk above them with no undergarments on, so they can see his testicles to prove that he's a man? Is that what Liam had to do? Is that how you know his balls are beautiful?
Can we disclose this information, Liam?
I
I don't know if I'd have to wait. Hold on.
You better answer correctly, or your job may
Wait.
be in danger.
I have the doctrine right here. Wait, hold on.
We need to clip this.
No, we
No,
We
we
actually can't.
don't clip things off this show. This is not how this
Article
works.
9, Section 7. We cannot disclose the information.
Say, the
Of,
guy knows his stuff. Like, there was this guy called Hideo Kojima. I think he wanted a job in the McWomble Conspiracy League. Keeps changing its name.
He's
just
marketing
to stay
director.
secret.
Don't you know? He's the marketing director. No one knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
secret.
I've been studying hard. I'm trying to work my way up to
The conspiracy's
Black
like
Cardinal level here.
the
It's a lot of
conspiracy's like
information.
the conspiracy's like Hydra. They're just all around you, Keith, and you just don't really know about it.
I don't even know it.
So, Evan, if I were to be pointing at you, I'd be pointing that way.
Is this good?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so he's man and I'm God, basically, is what we're trying to recreate here, right?
Well,
The ball's on this man. When this was the previous episode, no, not the previous episode.
2 episodes ago.
Yeah, the previous episode was posted on Sifted. I had a comment where I had forgotten, maybe the episode before that I was on about rushed games, that I had forgotten that Final Fantasy 15 was the perfect game to talk about. You know a game is rushed when, insert comment here. And he said, maybe you should prepare for the episode and look at the comment section or the topic channel about what we're talking about. And I want to say 4, but with authority, I can say the last 3 times we've done this, I've gone on here an hour beforehand, and both Mitch and I have sat here and thought, what are we talking about? So the ball's on this man to call me out for not knowing what the topic is when we never decide. By the way, 24 hours ago, I gave you guys 4 possible choices, including recording how to make oatmeal cookies, and no one said anything for 24 hours. So don't talk to me.
that's not true.
About-
It hasn't been 24 hours, Evan. Don't exaggerate now.
I'm pretty
little
sure the
baby.
man with the big balls. I don't know where he is on my
Almost.
screen.
The balls.
Man with
Almost
the
24 hours.
The man with
balls.
the big balls somewhere in the screen.
The balls
did
on
say,
this.
did suggest the topic.
The balls on this guy that decides to think that he said 24 hours, and
Oh, I'm so close. It was like 11:30. Yeah, I'm an hour. 23 hours ago, I gave 4
you
options, and no
totally-
one said anything.
No, you totally sent it when I was at work yesterday morning at 7:30, and at least by 8:30. So that's like 4 hours from now.
Let's see.
Okay, all I'm saying is
I'm gonna
we
check
never
this.
decide on what the topic is going to be until it's a little behind the curtains for
So,
this episode.
so
We never
to-
decide.
To Evan's defense, he sent the message at 2:14 p.m. and it's now 1:50 p.m. So
It's
he's
like
actually
24 hours.
almost 24 hours.
Almost 24
you're
hours
right.
ago.
There you go, Evan.
No,
So to
I
call me
must-
on the
I must
comment
have- I must
section
have
for not
checked
being
it then.
prepared for the episode when we never fucking decide.
I thought
ball's
Keith
on this
decided earlier. I think he said what we were going to talk about.
I like
Oh,
how
yeah.
I like how mainly it's just me going, Keith, are we doing PlayStation? Yep. Okay. That's how it
Well,
works.
it's all I wanted. Under my comment within a 23-hour period, all I wanted is, all right,
I
we're doing
genuinely thought,
PlayStation.
Evan, we were going to do a cooking spin-off show, and we're going to teach people how to cook oatmeal raisin cookies. I was quite
Well, yeah,
excited.
otherwise I got to prepare 4 topics. I don't have that time. I work on Saturdays. God damn it.
Do you know the good thing about the spin-off show about oatmeal raisin cookies?
What's
is
that?
the chance of that having political connotations is minimised significantly, unless we get into the plight of raisin growers around the world.
That's true. You can talk about where your raisins came from, and that could be a whole different rabbit hole to go down.
And
if we are to make a oatmeal cookie tutorial, I will not. Sorry, I am not making a political statement with my oatmeal cookie tutorial video.
Do you do oatmeal by themselves, Evan, or is it? I prefer oatmeal raisin personally.
I've actually never made oatmeal cookies in my life.
Speaking of oats,
it'll be
wanting to move the shit on.
It will be called pixel chomps.
I'm very impatient.
Yeah, we have a hard out, right? We have a hard out.
So I've got this Buxton Brewery Impatience, adequately named. I can't even pronounce that word. Oat ale. And you know what? It's an interesting colour. Doesn't taste of oats
really
at all.
Does it have at least that creamy kind of...
It looks like it tastes of nothing, Keith. It just tastes of like water.
Much at all.
Keith, I'm sorry to say, you doing the virtual backgrounds with the backgrounds I have behind it make you look like an amateur chump.
Yeah, we're the one who came up with the beer bloody.
I don't mind. I don't mind. Well, we've got the brains and the balls of the outfit on the show. You decide who's who. Put it in the comments.
So it's all right.
I was expecting it to be creamier, and
to be fair, that does kind of look like piss water, Keith. Is it at least refreshing?
It is quite refreshing.
So is it kind of the beer you would drink on a hot day, and just drink them, and they'll just go down like quite easily?
Oh, I'd swap to something else after this one.
Okay.
The one thing I should say is we've now coined the term Burkhoff juice, which is for any coffee flavoured beer. I had, in the box that I got of random beers from the UK this month, there was 2 coffee flavoured stouts, both of which turned into drain liquid very quickly.
You're draining perfectly good Burkhoff juice. Perfectly good Burkhoff juice. He'd be shaking his head right now. I'm sure he is. Yeah. Whenever he watches this.
Don't mispronounce that, because I could have been draining Burkhoff jizz for a second.
Yeah, be very careful the way we use that in subsequent episodes.
Yes, so that's that. But I have actually got a stout that I will enjoy, which
tried and true.
Finished draft.
Is that the stout theme song?
So I was drinking Dank Bitter, which Keith drank on the show a few weeks ago.
Hold it closer to the screen, please, because your camera's a little smaller on this.
I like that cool. simple label. I like that.
Dank Bitter. I would show you the colour, but I've drunk it all, so there's not really much to show.
Very clear.
So instead, I've just got this one out of. If this is from Keith, he gave me a golden ticket to get a free.
That is lovely.
So
nice.
I'm
sounds disgusting, but it's
salted
really nice.
Caramel milkshake IPA. So I'm going to pour that live on the show and see what colour that is, and we'll give it a
go. Higher.
That was one of those.
There you go.
That's one of those ones where I thought it was going to be disgusting and ended up thoroughly enjoying it.
There we go.
Yeah, you start throwing lots of. Look at that. That
quite
is
dark.
Keith,
very dark.
I don't know if it's the alcohol, but you seem to get slowly farther and farther towards the end of your camera, like you're falling out of.
I'm trying not to spill. I'm trying not to spill Guinness over my desk.
Wow, that is delicious. That is like drinking salted caramel. It's amazing.
I was gonna say it looks like an apple.
Alcoholic salted caramel. It's bloody delicious.
Does it have like a bitter side, or is it more malty?
Slightly bit of quite malty. Very nice though.
Malty, sweet, smooth. Delicious.
And then at the end you get the sweet, smooth caramel, big pungent caramel flavor in your mouth. It's very delicious. I can imagine that maybe if I get through the whole thing, it might be a bit sickly, but at the moment it's very nice.
Sure, yeah, it's like eating like too many sweet things. You can get sick of it.
But yeah, very nice. Oh, I was a bit shocked by how nice that was. But yeah, so that is Shake Salted Caramel Milkshake IPA. There you go.
Lovely.
From Australia.
Yeah, thank you.
From Australia. This one, I actually just drank it, but I might have shown this on the
Ooh.
Oh, that's
podcast before.
Yeah, you
wow.
showed us that can
I
before.
remember that one. Yep.
It's
Is
a
it a
really
different-
like it's a really neat.
Looks like an anime character, basically.
Yeah, so it's called Raiden, Raiden Kannuki, which is like a door latch.
Kojima,
So like Raiden
start
door
soon,
latch
get them money.
IPA. So it says it's dedicated to Raiden Tameemon, the greatest sumo wrestler in history.
Oh, never mind.
Raiden was born in Tomi Nagano Prefecture. So they dedicated it to the greatest sumo wrestler in history. I'm not familiar with sumo, but I'm guessing this is maybe some sort of artistic interpretation of him in like a kabuki play or something like that. So it's an IPA. It is it's a 350 ml can, 6%. It's solid. It's not the best IPA, but it does have that nice balance between the bitter hops and the malt. Nice, lasting, crispy, bitter taste at the end, and yeah, it's definitely a solid beer. And then now I'm just I picked this up from the store earlier today. Not something I'd probably pick up if I lived in the States. However, every now and then, Goose Island, originally Chicago brewery that was bought by Anheuser-Busch, I believe. So yeah, I'm drinking Goose IPA now, but the Raiden Kannuki IPA was it's pretty good. I do enjoy
Evan,
it.
would you like a random sumo related fact?
Oh yes, actually, I'm not familiar with a lot of sumo stuff.
So I can't remember what the referees in sumo are called, but they have a dagger knife on them.
This I know. Go ahead.
Yeah. So if they get the decision on who won wrong, they are meant to kill themselves in front of the audience
in honor.
And that's where they've got that. It's a ceremonial thing dating back to the origins of sumo, so that the referees couldn't be bought out or cheat someone out of victory.
That is one way to make sure that there's no cheating in a sport.
If that happened in football, if you think they made a bad mistake, they'd have to just kill themselves in the field. That would really change
There'd be no referees
the
left.
profession, wouldn't it? Even in rugby as well. Oh, the TMO said you made the wrong call. Out you go, mate.
What if they did that to the players? If they in European football, if they faked an injury, like I saw one where he tapped him on the shoulder. Oh, okay, get the knife out.
You got proof to be diving. Go over to the side and stab yourself in that location where you said you were hurt.
It's funny that you say that, because a couple of friends and I were chatting about this maybe like 2 weeks ago, and we were just like, who would want that job? Like just pouring sweat the entire match.
Like, probably pay
absolutely.
Yeah. Have you seen the abuse the umpires in tennis get, like last year with Serena Williams? Which, in fairness, I was on her side, but I could just imagine if they had a knife on them, like Serena Williams would have literally performed seppuku for it.
Oh man, yeah. Like she pulls the racket, like there's like a knife in it, and she just like stabs him. Yeah, there you go.
Hilarious.
I know Mitch is a big tennis fan. Did anyone see Novak Djokovic's non-apology for moaning about the COVID restrictions that he had to live under for 12 days on arriving in Melbourne?
I do not like Djokovic at all. I think he's a spoiled brat.
What a bastard. He basically said, anything that I said was okay because I said it, and if you don't agree with me, that's your problem.
You know what he said when he hit the lines person last year with the ball by accident?
Yeah.
He's like, you're going to take me out of this match because I'm the number one player in the world, and you don't want to take me out on a grand slam because she has to leave the room because you striked her neck with a ball and she's choking on her own air. It's like, the ball's on you. Like any other player would have got kicked out in 20 seconds, and yet they took 3 minutes, and he was abdicating because he's the number 1 player in the world. He shouldn't be kicked out. What the balls?
They just live in a different.
And he didn't even apologize. He didn't even.
On a side note,
he didn't even face the media. He put
my
it.
My wife worked in Wimbledon as a physio a few years ago. She said Novak Djokovic was the only one, any tennis player, who went around and thanked every single member of staff.
Yeah.
So she said he was like the nicest tennis player. All the rest of them were too up
Djokovic
to
is
say
a good
thank you to
guy.
anyone. So that was interesting. But on that same vein, she was in charge of the baths, and she thought it was empty. She closed it, and she walked in to clean it, and who was stood there stark naked? John McEnroe, stark naked in the hot bath. Oh, sorry, darling. She was like, "Oh, it's closed," and he was like, "Oh, you don't have to be shy. Don't worry." And he's like stood there like this, completely stark.
Dan,
she shuffles out of the room.
Here's the thing about Djokovic. He's the nicest guy when the cameras are on.
I don't think that's true. I think it's the opposite more than anything.
No.
He wasn't nice when he was in Melbourne doing a press conference after his win, basically saying everyone else.
I like Djokovic. He's outspoken. He's from Serbia. He's not like most people. Like, I'm sorry, as a cultural.
We're way off.
We're way off. Stay on topic.
Yeah, let's move on to the gaming topic.
Of play
in tennis. Why are there no more tennis games available for PlayStation?
So much. Oh.
I love it. Virtua Tennis was awesome. I love that game.
Virtua Tennis was awesome.
Technically, they did release a tennis game, McWomble, but it was a really, really bad tennis game.
It's AO Tennis or something like
There's
that.
Actually two of them.
Garbage.
There's two of them. There's actually
it was World Tennis Tour or something like that.
There's AO
that was terrible
and then
well.
Tennis World Tour. Yep. And they both have sequels, and they both suck.
Virtua Tennis was where it was at. That was awesome. Couch one-on-one on that game was fucking awesome.
Grand Slam from EA was really good as well.
I still have Topspin 4 on my PlayStation 3, and I still go back to play that for tennis games, even though I beat the living shit out of every single player I play because it's like I've learned to beat the game already, pretty much. Like, I'm number 1 in the world. I've won 20 Grand Slams in a row, never lost a match, all that kind of stuff. And it's just like...
Well, it's not very good.
Yeah.
Right, talking about games, let's talk about some games. We're talking about the state of play for a bit. Or is it that much of a state, really?
They should call them PlayStation showcases instead of state of play.
Yeah, I think so. I agree.
So going through... There's more stuff about a Bandicoot. Great.
Meh.
Does anyone care about Bandicoots?
I haven't played it yet, but I plan to play it, so it's nice that it's on the next console, upgraded.
I'll wait for a while and then play it on the next console at some point, I think.
Yeah, it's on my list to play, but it's not like I need to play it today.
Yeah.
I played those games back in the day. I'm not going back.
What I did like about the upgrade, I just want to say one sentence, was the fact they are actually using the haptic controller and actually trying to bring mechanics into that. That was quite nice to hear. And that's kind of the only thing I was like, oh, interesting, really, from the whole thing.
And I guess all these, in theme-wise, is carrying over your save is a big theme, along with upgrading it for free.
Oh, I didn't give a shit because they already said all of this in a blog post 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Liam, I've got too much time on my hand. I've got too many things to do to be reading these kind of things. I'm joking. You give me my news. You and Rafa are my news receptacles. I just go, oh,
yeah.
cool.
I wait for Rafa or Liam to post something on the Discord. That's where I get my news. I don't even look at Twitter anymore.
Next up was Returnal.
Oh, lucky you.
This
Returnal.
game is going to be so good.
I'm kind of split on it.
I'm
split on this game.
I knew, and when I first saw this game, this is what it reminded me of, but it keeps pushing this theme, and I like it, which is, it reminds me of a top-down stick shooter, but not one. It's in 3D instead.
Which is what they're good at making,
exactly.
Or have been in the past. Yeah.
So I think it's a fresh take on the genre. I think it's a fresh take on the genre to try it.
So you've got third-person roguelike bullet hell, somewhat horror game.
Yeah,
mystery game, I would say, more than horror.
Yeah,
with an actual plot and story.
Yeah,
it seems very ambitious.
The whole house thing, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Very ambitious for a studio that focused on games that are just basically like twin stick shooter or kind of bullet hell high score specific games with no story and like it's very single screen type of environment stuff.
I thought that the combat element they showed looked like Liam just said, Souls-like in its unforgiving nature. I'm not sure how much of this game I would actually be able to stand if you walk into an arena and then you suddenly have your arse handed to you by 6 different enemy types, all of which you've got to learn all of their different patterns, all of which could respawn when you die in a different place. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's the thing. They respawn differently each time, so that might let you progress further or progress less. I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, what I find alluring about it, because there aren't enough shooters that are just like fucking hard as nails. Like, I'm just so into that idea that I'm just going to want to kill myself playing that game.
It looks cool. You got a dash. You got like an air dash.
I don't think it's. For me, I'm not going to buy it day one because I'm not going to pay 70 quid for it. Like to me, that's the gate pass there. I'm not going to pay that much money for this game. I don't think it's worth that much money.
It's going to take several years.
I'm already upset
mentally for me to get to $70.
I'm already upset that Liam. I would like to say Liam fervently disagreed with me last summer when I said if they up the US dollar to 70, the pound will be up to 70 as well, and he assured me that wasn't going to be the case. So I'll say, I wish you were right, Liam, but I was. It's fucking bullshit.
It's all your fault.
How many times are you going to bring that up?
The last time. It's the last time now, Liam. Now.
No. You got to do it at least 2 more times.
Dan, are you trying to say I need to start a Liam is wrong tally on the screen?
It's actually been happening a lot lately.
I do.
Liam is wrong tally, or a Dan mentions the £70 price point. That's what are we at, 5 right now?
But basically for this one, I think it has a ton of elements in it that I think if works will be probably one of the best games of the year, hands down.
It does. It looks fun.
No prediction.
I'm not a roguelike guy.
If all the elements work, that's the big thing. Like,
is anybody going to pay full price for this though?
Fuck no.
Well, it's for
Absolutely
PS5.
not.
So here's the thing: it's for PS5. How many people have a PS5 right now?
Oh well, true. But if you did have a PS5, would you pay full price for it?
I would consider.
Even if
I'd check reviews first, and then if it was still good, then yes.
I would pay maybe 40, 50 for it. I'd wait for a reduction.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Same. Here's my big thing is I would like to see reviews on it, and then I also want to see the length. Because
I would say the situation's slightly different for you, Mitch, because $70 is a lot less than £70.
Yeah. So that's the difference. Like, as I said, if it hadn't done what Liam hoped it wouldn't do, and I knew it would, and if it stayed at $70 but actually 60 or 55 quid or whatever that would have been.
As an aside, can I call bullshit on this thing about digital pricing is going to be better for the consumer? Utter bullshit.
Yeah, it's bollocks.
So the physical release of Mass Effect Legendary Edition, the physical release of Outriders, which I'm not playing because I'm not signing up for Square Enix's fucking account. They are £54.99 UK pounds. The digital editions, exactly the same thing, $59.99. So it's not saving any money by having direct and cutting out the retailer. What a load of... Anyway, the next game shown at the...
That's good. Yeah, let's move on.
Next game shown was Knockout City, which, funny story, I was half paying attention to when I watched this on YouTube the day after, because I wasn't staying up till 10 o'clock at night to watch this. When the guy from Velen Studio introduced this game, which is a dodgeball arena knockout city dodgeball game, think Splatoon but with dodgeballs and not squidlings. So he said Velen Studio. I swear I thought he said Belen Studio.
Not a bad
What me and Mitch said was,
water.
Wouldn't it be amazing if we could all get on this game and do a live stream of this? I think it'd be fucking hilarious.
That would be good, yeah.
Just playing dodgeball. A bunch of bellends playing dodgeball.
I mean, I love the
Exactly,
I
yeah.
love the different subtleties of this game, including that you can fake out throwing the ball. I love that.
That's totally a playground move too.
I love that you can pick someone else up and make them the ball.
Yeah, that's great
fucking
too.
hilarious.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I think it's just a fun
Does
game.
anybody? I think it looks really good, but I doubt it would succeed because I feel like the market's too saturated with games.
You know
like
what?
Yeah.
You know what would succeed? If it was a PlayStation Plus game.
That's what I was going to say.
If it was a PlayStation Plus game, I'd jump on this like a heartbeat just for the shits and giggles.
If EA put it on EA Play for free, that would be good.
Oh yeah, EA Play.
Well, because 2 words for anyone: Rocket Arena.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and then
but that was shit.
Here's the difference. What's the difference between Fall Guys and Rocket Arena? One made it to PlayStation Plus, and then everyone played the living crap out of it, and they're still playing the living crap out of it. If you get an instant install base like a PlayStation Plus or a Game Pass or something like that, it's for these type of games, it can blow up like fire. Except, unfortunately, like for one game, which was now I forgot the name of it, but it's by Ninja Theory. It was their free to play.
Oh yeah, I know the one you mean.
But anyways,
the Arena Fighter.
Yeah, but unfortunately, like you have to have good gameplay on top of that, but I think that one just seemed a little too complex. This is simplified, and I think it'll really work well, especially if it pops on something like that.
I don't know if anybody knows this.
Anarchy
The story
reigns.
about Rocket Arena is the week after it came off of PlayStation Plus, you could basically get it anywhere, any digital storefront for just £4. So yeah, it's like
I played it for 10 minutes and uninstalled it.
The greatest insults.
Well, back of the box. Really.
Hey, it was free on PlayStation Plus, so I'm going to install it and see what it's like. But yeah, no.
How many games did you actually fit in that 10 minutes? So you've got loading screen, lobby, game, end game, turn off, uninstall.
Wait, did he play on the PlayStation 5?
Well, I think I was being a bit hyperbolic with 10 minutes. But I mean, as in, I played one game and then uninstalled it. Sorry, Keith, thank you.
Keith,
Might as well be 10 minutes.
Hold on, Keith.
You have to get through all of the bullshit before the
It's
actual
completely
10 minutes
reasonable that he played it for 10 minutes if he played it on a PlayStation 5 because of those fast load times.
The load times were quick, but it probably was a bit
There
more
you
than
go.
10 minutes. Probably about half an hour. But I mean, as in 10 minutes of gameplay, I'm kind of feeling it. Probably even less, actually. There we go.
So next there was the Kung Fu game that we're not quite sure what it is.
Oh, what is it?
This is my
Sifu?
dark horse. Oh my god, this
Sifu,
game was
yeah.
so good.
Sifu,
I think he gets
Sifu.
older as he dies and basically becomes more wise every time he dies. So like he changed. That's why he gets like more hair and all that kind of stuff.
Does that mean if you die too many times, it's game over because you've like aged out? That's what I was wondering.
Maybe. I just
Yeah, if you die too many times,
You never made it out of the corridor. Always got caught at the first guy. You're like hobbling into the room.
like here's I just the best thing about that game, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my god, someone made the Daredevil hallway fight in a game, and that's the best thing you could ever do. Like,
No, they didn't make the Daredevil fight. They made the Old Boy hallway fight.
No.
Daredevil totally ripped off the old boy hallway
Evan,
fight.
I've got to say, Evan,
nobody cares.
I love old boy.
What do you mean?
but-
You
but-
can't erase fucking film history because
Evan,
you're young and you haven't seen good movies?
I love
Yes,
old
you
boy,
can, because
but
you
that-
can erase
that
ass
hallway-
shots away from Mass Effect. You can erase the movie from history.
Sound logic. Okay. Sorry,
Yeah,
Liam. You were
I
saying.
will say, Evan, that although I get what you mean about the old boy hallway sequence, that hallway was clearly modelled like the Daredevil one. Like even the fight instrumentation was a bit like that scene.
In terms of the camera, because the hallway in Old Boy is it's like 2.5D basically,
Yeah,
where
and
the
plus,
Daredevil hallway is like
Evan, you've
shooting-
also got to
shooting out.
remember that the developers probably aren't snobs like you, and probably have only played the Western
You know
game.
what? Wait, hold on. Liam, hold on. That's probably true. So yeah. Not everyone can be I only own Criterion Collection Blu-rays.
Oh,
HD.
you know, I didn't
So,
even mean to say you were snobbish. I just wanted
was
to,
thinking about
but now
this.
I'm starting to think you're a little bit snobbish.
Well, I'm gonna hold my glasses as I talk to you guys for the rest of this episode. I'm just kidding.
I will also say the
Anyways,
game
it looked cool.
is gorgeous.
Yeah, it looked really neat. I like the art style. It's very colorful.
If they get a combat anywhere near Sleeping Dogs,
that was the other comparison I did. I said, yeah,
what a great game!
Yes, what a great game Sleeping Dogs was. Amazing.
Oh, game. if you said we're angling for a Sleeping Dogs style of combat system, like, all right, I'll try it. Sign me up.
And like
looked great.
And the destruction everywhere, where they kicked him through the top of the balcony. That was cool. I think because of the narrow scope of the environments, I think they can do more with environmental damage and things like that, which I think is awesome.
It's the same people that made Absolver, which was a very well received kind of technical hand-to-hand combat style game. I don't know if any of you guys played it. I didn't.
I didn't play Absolver.
I thought the thing with Absolver is I thought this feels like it's on the cusp of a great idea, but doesn't quite like stick the landing. And it's like, okay. When you said it was from the guys that made Absolver, I was like, okay, I'm really freaking interested in this.
It looks cool. I like, Absolver is like their proof of concept, and then this is the game that kind of they can break free and make a name for themselves type of thing, hopefully. Yeah, it looked really neat.
I really hope so.
Any more thoughts on that before we move on? And I've got a very special question for Evan next. Maybe a bit personal, but did Solar Ash get your PP in the ready position?
Yes, it did, actually. A lot of people said, this looks like the Pathless. And I said, I don't have a PlayStation 5. I know it's available for the PlayStation 4, but I also want to play that game too. But yeah, Hyper Light Drifter is one of my favorite games in the past 5 years. And I think it looks great. Like this kind of open world exploratory movement specific, like forward movement specific kind of platforming thing. Amazing. Looks great. Like you put a game in for anything that reminds me remotely of and actually I think I might actually just be harping what Chris Reagan said on the Sacred Symbols podcast, but I think he even said the same thing, where anything that reminds him of Shadow of the Colossus he's immediately interested in. And games like Journey, mechanically different but still aspects of it, games like The Pathless and games like this, anything that reminds me of Shadow of the Colossus in any way makes me immediately interested. And they made Hyper Light Drifter, so they have a base. That game's amazing, and they're venturing out into 3D now, and yeah, looks great to me. It's one of my most anticipated of the year.
Only thing that makes me nervous about that game, Evan, for how much it pushes movement on you, you have very narrow spaces, and they expect you to do combat on top of that, and there isn't a way to stop. So it seemed like the combat was a little mushy, and also at the same time, I feel like one slightly small turn, and you're going to die constantly by falling off.
And that's something that they have to get right.
Yeah,
I just want to say one thing.
That right.
Like Evan hates playing chess and strategy games, I have no desire to play this game.
All right. Dan, I love how we're a team, but we have very polar opposite views on very specific genres, right?
You complete each other. Aww.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. One of these, yeah. Yeah. The negative space. You move it forward, and then eventually it locks in.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on Solar Ash? Because I'm down on this one. I don't know. I don't even particularly like the art style.
I want to talk about the best game from this stream.
Well, we'll get to Final Fantasy Remake Part 1-1.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that game. I've got a lot to talk about that game about. I'm pissed.
Five Nights at Who Gives a Fuck Anymore.
Yep.
Security Breach.
It looked pretty good. I must admit.
When you see the machines move, it takes the kind of creepiness away from the entire experience. I don't know.
We've already had five.
Yeah, exactly. So I appreciate the fact they're trying something.
How many nights do you want? Is this the last one then? Because there's 5 nights. This is the 5th night, is it?
I thought the level design looked kind of interesting. It looked like they were actually trying to make a competent Alien Isolation game.
When I first saw this, I thought it was going to come up with PSVR at the end.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be PSVR as well.
But then I was like, wait, they have PSVR too. They're not going to say PSVR.
It didn't look great.
Keith,
but...
don't mention the next game. Don't, just skip it, please. For the love of God.
No, I want to talk about Final Fantasy.
No.
The next game, Oddworld.
Yes. Skip it.
It's free. That's all we need to talk about. It's free. If you want to play it from the 12th of April, whatever it is, free. There you go.
Just no, thank you. No, thank you. Move on.
I have a mild soft spot for these games. I watched my older brother Nick.
You had to ruin it, Evan. You had to ruin it.
I'll play it, but I don't understand. I've never understood it. I used to play as a child. I still didn't really understand.
Oh no,
they're really hard.
I'm just fed up of fucking seeing it.
Oh God. Oh Liam, you're absolutely right.
That's what we're going to talk about, Keith. We've got much time left. We can talk about that. That's what we talk about.
But yeah, I'm interested in Oddworld now that it's free. I'll give it a shot. I haven't played those games for years, but yeah.
Oh God, whatever.
Yeah.
Of all the nostalgia projects that someone could reinvigorate, they chose that, which never did particularly well anyway.
It's a good game.
Right, so moving on to my personal favourite. I know this is Dan's personal favourite. I don't know about the other three. Kenna Bridge of Spirits, which is frankly one of the best trailers I have seen in a long, long time.
Yep.
The gameplay looked good. You've got the cute little animals. The character models look like something out of a Pixar movie. And I'm wholeheartedly intrigued to find out more about the story. Loved everything about this.
Hot take right now. Hot take. You ready? I think Kenna is a Game of the Year candidate.
I think it'll win Game of the Year because of the delays.
Oh my gosh! Wait, let me write this down.
I think it'll win Game of the Year. I think Horizon will get delayed out of the year as well.
I think Ratchet and Clank will win Game of the Year over Kenna.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about Ratchet and Clank. Yeah,
I think it's far too early to call it like a Game of the Year contender, considering it's the studio's first game and we really don't know that much about it. But I would say
that's why it's a hot take.
Well, I suppose that's true.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking the difference between the first trailer and this one is the first trailer's like, oh, this is really interesting. This looks really good. But I don't know enough about the gameplay. I don't know whether the story's going to fall flat or not. And then this trailer's like, oh, look, the voice acting's really good. It looks even better. Like, more pretty. The gameplay.
I just want to move the little
consistency and environments and everything.
Little pets.
You know what looks? You know what looks
so good.
You know what was amazing? It was none of what all you said. It was the fact that there was a person walking with a lantern and they get sucked into the ground and then they transform with the vines into this monster. You're like, what? At first you think they're getting pulled into the ground, but then all of a sudden they transform into a monster that you have to fight. And I'm like, how creative.
It is a very creative game.
I don't
know if it'll translate.
Gameplay seems a little more important.
Yeah, no,
you get into, so there's different elements to the gameplay. So in terms of combat, Kenna has her staff thing that she can use as a staff. She can also use it as a bow. But then you've got your cute little, oh look, he's so cute. We don't know these little kind of amorphous black little blobs who follow you around.
Yeah,
who can transform into different things to help you in combat.
Mm-hmm.
And how does that work? Is it enemy specific? Is it context specific?
It looks like it looks like it's like a certain if it looked like because there's like a crystal on the shoulder of the enemy. I think you have to target it with the little guys, and so
they'll chop it off.
Yeah, basically.
So then they're not. Whilst they can be cute, they're actually vicious.
They're little devils.
Yeah, they turn into like a rabid dog. I want you to have like a hub world where they help you like build shit or something. Build your own. I would love
for them to have their own little village.
Yeah.
I think they do. I have a feeling they go into the village and then she finds them.
Well, like
when she re-animates the village. I'm very excited.
Yeah,
you can tell me.
That'd be great. Like Dark Club.
Like this game could be the biggest disappointment for me of the year, and I'm still going to play it.
Oh man,
I'm still going to play it all the way to the end.
Right, Dan, question for you: Kenna Bridge of Spirits, £70?
Yeah, but I'm day one. I'm in there. Even though Liam led me down the garden path, it was going to be PlayStation Plus. And I was like,
blame the internet, bitch. It's all over Twitter.
Take my money.
Yeah. It's the only game actually this year I'm going to buy day one. I'll put it out there. Every other game I'm going to wait for a discount.
And
even Ratchet and Clank. And Mass Effect. It's the only game. It's the only because Ratchet and Clank I can play later. Like,
well, technically, what about Horizon?
He's not paying
because Horizon, technically, according to reports, is still on track for this year.
If Horizon comes out this year, I'll renege that comment. If Horizon comes out this year, I'm day and date for that.
It's not if, because technically it's on track still.
Yeah, but that's a big if. They might get
with
delayed.
This coming out in August, it makes me think that Horizon is touch and go for November, December. I just know how Sony works, and they want that spread.
If Kenna can get delayed from March until August, Horizon could definitely get delayed until the first half of next year.
That's what I'm thinking. I think it'll still make the financial year, but I think it might push into next year now. Horizon. I just have a sneaky suspicion.
This pandemic is going to delay a lot of shit, man.
Yeah.
This year is going to be kind of boring.
I think because it was originally made for PS4, that it's farther along than we think.
Hopefully, I honestly hope you're right, Mitch. But I'm not. I thought Kenna was going to play Kenna in a week, so the fact that I'm going to wait till August pisses me off a lot. So I'm not counting any chickens until they hatch.
All right. Final thought on Kenna. I remember during the initial stream for this, when they revealed it for whatever PS5 thing, Jeff Gerstmann from Giant Bomb had said, like, this is the. I'm paraphrasing, or I might be mixing his words, but he said something to the extent of this is like the best PS2 game that I've ever seen, type of thing. And recently I've been playing Spyro Remastered Trilogy. I've played through the first 2 games, and there's something about the old school kind of 3D platforming stuff that is just so wholesome and so fun. And this seems like that type of game where it's like, no matter what mood I'm in, good or bad, this is the game I want to play because it's going to just be super fun, colorful, relaxing, easy to play. And yeah, that's one reason why I'm excited to see more of it and eventually play it.
Another question. So do we think Kenna Bridge of Spirits will ask us to sign up to a online account for us to be able to access the game?
Only to access the critters.
Yeah, there's some like
if you want the PS5 level ones, you'll have to sign up to an online Kenna Bridge of Spirits account with a verified email account.
So I'm still in conversation with. I've penned an email, and I am going to email them off now. Now it's been delayed. I'm definitely going to email on behalf of our Pixel Pints email and see if we can get to review code for this game. I'm just going to try and say we're a new startup.
Number one fan.
We're a new startup. You're a new startup. Give us that code. Let's go. It's going to fall flat on my face, and I don't care, but I'm going to give it a go.
When you send that email, make sure you say we're the #1 global gaming podcast.
For beer and video games, I will. Don't worry. Don't worry. That's already in the end.
Right. So next was Death Blah Loop.
I permanently disagree with you, McWomble. This is why I started the McWomble Anti-Alliance Task Force.
Does the name change so frequently just to keep me on my toes? How do people in the Alliance?
Absolutely, yeah. We must remain.
No,
covert.
It is why he started it. It says it right here.
What is that piece of paper? What is that?
My secret is I don't care about the task force enough to keep the name consistent, and that's how we succeed.
Deathloop looks great. What are you talking about?
It looks amazing.
Arcane Studios is one of the best studios in the past.
This is the worst marketing of a game I've seen in quite some time.
It looks so fun.
So good, and the
bad.
music was amazing.
That looks so bad.
You can like pick people up with your hands and like shove them off
Evan,
bridges with the swipe of your hand.
I also think this game is going to be a lot of fun, like with friends. I think if you can like both jump in and do this, I think it would be good fun, like competitively. That's what I'm excited for. That if you can find someone, like I think that would be fun. I'm not really into playing it by myself. I'm into playing with other people.
Evan, if you watch any of the marketing material for this game, it does not explain to you what this game is.
Yeah, it does.
I think they're kind of hiding that to a degree. Which I'm fine with.
No, because that's the whole point. Like, the whole premise is you have 2 players playing, and if you don't see how that actually works, how do you trust to say that the game mechanic works in the game?
No, but like,
That's bull.
It doesn't have to be a computer. It can be another player, or it can just be a computer player. Like it doesn't make a difference. And explained
but they
in
don't
the previous
show how
trailer,
it really works.
You're gonna kill 8 targets without dying, and then someone's targeting you while you're trying to do it. That's it.
Yeah, and you're stuck in a time loop. So after you die, you just go back to the start of the time loop.
And the more you play it, the more you learn about how to get certain areas, and like, this person is going to be there at this time, so I can take out 2 targets
literally
at the
last
same time.
trailer, literally just shows all of this stuff. Like in one trailer.
It wasn't a trailer. It was they did a
music video,
extended.
Oh no, not that trailer. The trailer before this one, which was
because they did the one where you went through one level in 3 different ways.
Right, I remember that one
you're talking about. There was a developer walkthrough style thing. I just don't have enough interest in this. Maybe like Dan said, if a couple of you guys, probably Liam was coordinating everyone against me.
I'm
it could be the ultimate like, let's kill Keith. Everyone's like an assassin, and like Keith is gonna like negotiate his way to the level.
Everyone takes turns going after Keith.
It's a conspiracy.
If I was playing this against an AI, or was playing this against randoms, I do not care. There is so much other stuff that I would put above this. The next game I wouldn't put above this. I'd put polishing my shoes maybe above that. Cleaning the oven.
Well, so
my opinion, Keith, is I have no interest in any multiplayer features in this game. I'm playing it like I played this on the 1 and 2. It's a strictly single player game, and I couldn't give a shit about any of that stuff.
But that's
right.
See, that's the problem, though. That's not the way they want you to play it, and that's an issue.
No, they've already said that it's completely fine to play by yourself, but this is like
they specifically said
play it without people.
They say it because that's what they release it as. But when they talked about the game originally, they're like, oh, playing it with your friend is probably the ultimate way to play this, because the AI, who knows how good that AI is going to be.
Yeah, well, that's great, but I don't
kill
care.
him
I'm just going to play
like,
it
seriously,
by myself.
If any game shows how good this AI could be, it's going to be shitty. It's going to be really shitty. And
I'm so hurt, Liam, you don't want to play this game with me.
This game is going to be freaking amazing. I'm not playing with any of you. You'll ruin it.
Will you play with me, Evan?
Yeah. I'll totally play with you.
Lies.
Like, yeah, I know there's a lot of hurt going on with the Ghost of Tsushima and how I told Dan like it's meaningless. What the time we spent together.
No, to be fair, I really enjoyed that. I felt
it was
betrayed.
Great. We had a good time.
I felt we got betrayed by the game. Like if we could do the raid, the 2 of us, it would have been fine. But the fact you need 4 people,
the whole what you needed to do to get to the raid totally ruined the next step that we were going to take in our relationship. Yeah. That is 100% true. Okay, exactly. Final thoughts on Arcane Studios.
Oh, you can't even say the name right because you didn't like it that much.
Yeah, that's how this works. Dishonored 1, Dishonored 2, Prey, they are masters at creating levels and situations vertically and small spaces where you can attack an area in various ways. They're absolute masters at this. If anyone's played Dishonored or Prey or Dishonored 2, they know
I'm going to interrupt
you
because I can. Because so there's one thing that I would like to see Arcane Studios have a go at, and that's the Hitman franchise.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I agree.
Disgusting.
And Evan,
how uninteresting.
And Evan, I would say, Evan,
I
would agree with you.
I would quite like that idea.
So Evan, I would agree with you on your premise.
If they did the open world sandbox with that play-by-play like action they can do. I like that, Keith. That's a good suggestion.
So Evan, I agree with your premise. The only thing that I would slightly just adjust is that yes, they are masterful of that as a single-player game.
Yeah.
Sure. So when you add another player, who knows if they can really do that?
I mean,
could you imagine?
There's always the single-player game there.
Yeah, but there's the whole point. They invented the games for it to be an isometric multiplayer game. So just saying, you can play it single-player, again, like I was in a different way, diminishes the product.
It's like playing Avengers by yourself. That's literally what it is.
Was developed as a single player game.
It's not as good playing
by
yourself.
Them to put multiplayer.
No, there's no way. No, it is a single player first, and if you want to join, you can.
No, that's totally not what they said when they first announced this game. It's not what they said.
Then maybe you're
at this point. I think we've talked about this game enough. We'll see what happens when it comes out, and we'll see if Liam gets another "I'm wrong" strike against his name, or Mitch, I know everything, gets a strike.
Dan basically said make the tally. I guess I'm making a Liam is wrong tally for this.
We need to mention a games at £70 tally as well. Right, so
that's the same tally. I was wrong.
It is. Yeah.
So
twice he can be told.
He gets 2 tallies, one for the 70 and one he's wrong.
There will not be an anti-Liam force, I tell you.
Can't exist.
It's the counter
contract.
The universe would implode if there was an anti-Liam society.
Are we talking about this last game that fucked us royally with a lovely surprise a day later, but also fucking us because you can't transfer a save that can transfer if you own the fucking game? What a fucking bullshit!
Wait, what are you talking about?
He's talking about PlayStation
7.
Yeah,
you can transfer your saves on Final Fantasy.
No, you can't. Not if you've got the PlayStation Plus version.
Oh, not on the PlayStation Plus version. Yeah, of course not.
What's ridiculous? If you buy the PlayStation 5 version, you should be able to fucking transfer your PlayStation Plus version over. It's bollocks.
Yeah.
But the small price of £70.
You know, bullshit.
Dan was so irate he nearly knocked over his drink.
I heard it. I heard it. The mic picked it up.
Well, you also don't get the Yuffie episode too. Like it's
no. I don't mean that. I don't mean the upgrade. I'm saying if I play the PlayStation Plus version and then 4 months down the line decide to buy the PlayStation 5 version, or even for the upgrade, I cannot transfer my PlayStation Plus save to the PlayStation 5 version.
Yeah, that's what...
if I bought the PlayStation 4 version and got the free upgrade, I could transfer the save.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
No, that's not bullshit. It's called
you get the bullshit.
No,
it's dating. It's bullshit.
It's called you get the
bullshit.
It's called you get.
I don't want the free upgrade. You shouldn't transfer the fucking save.
No,
it's absolute fucking bullshit.
It's not because you get the game for free.
No, it's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
You get the game for free.
They should have a key somewhere to say that this person has bought a version of the game. Yeah.
Bullshit. Because I'm paying for that next game, so I should be able to bring my save with me.
Okay, hold on. Dan, hold on. I think your expectations for that was way too overblown, because think about it. This game came out about Hold up.
We're just going to keep saying no until you're hard out time.
I just want to clarify. I understand I'm not getting the free upgrade. I completely understand not giving me the free upgrade. I get that. But my save from that free PlayStation Plus game should transfer if I decide to buy that PlayStation 5 version. That's where the save should transfer.
When you can already do the exact same thing on the non-PlayStation Plus PlayStation 4 version.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. It's inhibiting the customer, being anti-consumer for no reason.
Absolutely.
I don't see it as anti. It's you're getting the game for free. This is the first time you get a game this early, a big blockbuster game like this on PlayStation Plus this early. So I
can't support this.
They aren't doing this decision because they can't do it. They're doing it because they are being cunts.
Yes, exactly. Not a coding issue.
That's right.
It's
exactly
dating because they're being arseholes. Oh God!
I mean, if you expect it, here's the thing. I don't care. Like, it's not a big deal to me. I bought the game already. I have the game already, so it's not no skin off my teeth.
Okay, I'll give you this, Mitch.
So do I.
If they said to you, you couldn't transfer your save from the version you already had, would you be pissed off or not?
Yeah, because I bought the game.
Exactly.
But I bought the game. I bought it.
I'm going to buy the game. I'm going to buy the game. I'm going to buy the PlayStation 5 version.
Technically, Dan has bought the game by being a PlayStation Plus customer. If you're giving, so it's not. It's like if there's you can't say it's beyond the wit of humanity to give someone a key in their paid-for version of a more expensive version of the game because it's the next-gen version. You're going to then hamper that person for enjoying the previous gen version of it, Why would anyone think that that's a good idea?
I didn't say it was a good idea. I said I didn't. It doesn't really. What did you expect?
Mitch.
Well, no, I completely understand.
That's what I'm saying.
I completely understand you don't get the upgrade. I completely understand that it was stupid
Mitch,
to give it a free upgrade. But if I played the free version or the PlayStation Plus version, and I then decided to spend my money to buy the PlayStation 5 version, my save file that would have worked if I'd bought the PlayStation 4 version originally should still work.
Which you would have gotten a free upgrade to anyway if you had bought
then I would have got the free upgrade. I'm paying for the game now.
You're paying more
my save should
for
transfer.
the inability to transfer a save.
Yeah, it's bollocks. Absolute bollocks.
I'm punishing you for playing the free version of the game.
The only reason I'm not surprised by this because PlayStation
basically makes the PlayStation Plus version completely redundant. There's no reason for me to play that game, so I'm not gonna. I'll wait until the PlayStation 4 version is like £5, and I'll buy it then and get the free upgrade.
Well, you can already
why would I bother wasting my time playing the PlayStation 4 free version when I can't transfer it to PlayStation 5?
I've seen it for $20. You can already buy this game for $20, so it's not like they're asking a lot of money for it. The other thing is,
don't put it in the service that I pay a yearly fee for. That's the Xbox.
Here's the other thing.
Sorry,
this is precedent. Again, I no skin off my teeth. I'm just saying, like, I think you're way blowing this out of proportion to say that you expected Sony to do something different. Because here's the other thing: Sony has also done versions, have done exclusive PlayStation Plus versions of games that have taken away features from the game, have done adjustments to the game. So to not expect this, especially when the game just came out less than a year ago, I'm not surprised by that.
Not exactly PlayStation Square, is it?
Because literally, you're getting this game the 1 year anniversary of when the game came out. Tell me when you ever got to play a PlayStation game, a PlayStation exclusive game within a 1 year window.
It's not about that. It's the fact that you can do it if you own the game. Don't give me the game. I'd rather you not give me the game on PlayStation 4 Plus. That's what I'm saying.
Again, but you're
getting
a
the game on PlayStation
version.
Plus.
That's the thing.
Don't give me the game on PlayStation Plus if you're not going to let me transfer my save file.
I think people would disagree with you, though, Dan, to say, like, I would.
Some people
would love to play Final. Some people would love to. No, some people would love to play Final Fantasy VII Remake, even if they weren't able to upgrade the version. I think people would still be happy to play the game.
That's not the problem.
That's not
the
my
problem
argument.
is not being able
isn't
to
about upgrading it.
But you just.
If I buy the upgrade, I should be able to transfer the save over.
But you just.
That's what I'm saying.
But you just said then don't put it on there, and I'm telling you, people would rather play the game than not be able to turn in their save files to an upgraded version.
I'm going to ask a different question. How shitty do we think they got by keeping back an element of the story from the previous version to include in the upgrade version?
It's a DLC pack, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be available on the PlayStation 4 version.
Okay. I thought it was
plus also
upgraded version only.
No,
because I literally would rather polish my shoes than play this fucking game.
Well, then
I know you would.
Because technically, Yuffie doesn't show up this early in the game, so this is completely new as well. This has never been told before.
I'd rather
there
all
are
of your shoes as well,
the original
rather than
game.
play
Here we go, Mitch. Here we go with game save shit.
We have 3 minutes, and then I have to do a
when the
hard
second
out.
episode comes up. When the second episode comes out, and I've played the PlayStation Plus version, my save data, whatever version I've got, won't carry across. Probably not, because it's fucking bullshit. Thank you very much. Don't give it to me for free if I can't carry on the fucking save file. Bollocks.
On the bright side, I think this DLC looks really good.
Yeah, so I won't be fucking downloading this game. I don't need it on my hard drive.
I'm going to have a ton of fun playing this DLC pack. I can't wait.
I'm glad.
This game's going to be great.
I'm glad, Liam. I think the DLC pack looks great, but that really.
I don't like this piecemeal bullshit for a game that came out in a single package, and now they're doing it in so. Initially, we're thinking, okay, there's part 1, there's part 2, there's part 3. That is not the case anymore. There's part 1 with Yuffie DLC, and then there's part 2 with fucking Vincent and maybe Sid. So I don't like how complicated it's getting, and Final Fantasy always gets too fucking complicated. And Whether or not it's free is not the problem. The problem is having to look at a spreadsheet in order to figure out what the fuck's going on in the game because it's this piecemeal bullshit. That's the part of this that I don't like.
I extremely disagree with you on the premise of like, because it's only one DLC. It's not like another.
Well, now it is. We haven't even covered a fucking eighth of the game.
Evan, you can't say that that's what they're gonna do. You can't say that because you don't know.
Do you know Square Enix? Are you fucking mental? Come on now. They're gonna slice this thing off like Parmesan cheese to a grater to Parmesan cheese. It's gonna be
that's a great comment.
10 years, and then we're gonna be looking at. So Vincent is okay. So like, Yuffie was part 1.
I know we said we don't. That's clip exactly what it's gonna be. Fucking clipping that. This is Square Enix. You fucking mental.
No, Evan. Like all of the original 7 games are like that as well. Like with Crisis Core.
No, but okay, yeah. Liam and Mitch, I understand your point with like there are so many extra versions of Final Fantasy VII things. There's stuff that came out in mobile that no one's ever played.
Movies,
PSP games, movies. However, when the first game came out, it was in a single package. It was 4 discs, and you played the fucking game. Yeah. And now they're piecemealing, chopping that off, and they're adding extra stories in when Yuffie didn't even show up in the game. And what I'm saying is, if this continues the way it's going now, it's going to get unnecessarily complicated.
If you go back to the original game, she does say that she was in Midgar, like roughly the same time.
Yeah, you know that because you know everything, Liam. I don't know that.
Good for me.
I don't know that. Okay.
All right,
Evan,
I'm so
you
sorry.
need to tell me.
When I was 7 years old, my life wasn't complete until I found out what happened to that one character in Final Fantasy.
I know.
I get it. Can we all agree that Ken Bridge of Spirits looks friggin' amazing?
Yes.
It looks great.
Yes,
I really want to play
agree to that comment.
All right. On that note,
Evan, are you about to stick around for like 20 minutes?
Oh, I love this music. Yeah, I can stick around for 20 minutes.
Because basically my mate from Japan, I was going to add him to the... If Mitch makes me the host, I was going to add him in. So you guys can meet. He's like literally like...
Oh, totally. Yeah, I'll be fine with that.
So Liam and I just expected to fuck off then.
No, you can stay.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
We can talk about bullshit. They are not destroying the save file, the bastards.